Hi guys, and welcome back to Shit Gaming. We're back in town with another 1500 point match play Ark of Omen mission. And today it's the might of a Deathwing strike force led by Ezekiel against the surprise, the sneaky, the stealthy, the GSC. 1500 points of Deathwing Ark of Omen elite Dark Angels being led by Ezekiel. His psychic powers are Mind Worm. He also has Aversion and Righteous Repugnance. He has +1 to cast. He's a bit of a boss. He's my only HQ. Deathwing Apothecary for his warlord trait. Spend a CP for Selfless Healer, so he can bring back a model, and he's also Chief Apothecary for the upgrade, so he's going to be bringing back Terminators. I have a squad of 10 Terminators with 2 Assault Cannons. Everyone has Power Fists. I have 2 Chain Fists on the Assault Cannons, and I also have a Sergeant with a Lightning Sword and Storm Bolter. Moving on, we have 5 Deathwing Knights. Everything is upgraded to be Rites of Initiation for the vehicles and stuff, and Deathwing Knights of Inner Circle and Transhuman, and they're really good, and everything also has Denies as well because of Psychic Hoods and Watchers in the Darks. So 5 Deathwing Knights are awesome, and they're going to be riding in a Land Raider Crusader, which has Hurricane Bolters, Twin Assault Cannon, Multi-Melter, and a Storm Bolter with the Rites of Initiation upgrade as well. And then finally, for my elites, I have 4 Deathwing Blade Guard. Moving over to the Walkers, I have a Venerable Dreadnought to throw it back a little bit. And he is on with an Assault Cannon and a Storm Bolter and a Power Fist. And he also has the upgrade for Rites of Initiation, as does the Redemptive Dreadnought with a Macro Plasma, Icarus Rocket Pods, Little Onslaught Gatling Cannon, and then the Twin Frag Storm Grenade Launchers. It's 1500 points of Deathwing Dark Angels, a very strong army, top of the meta actually. And everything's pretty strong apart from the fluffy Venerable Dreadnought, but it's minus 1 damage with a Feel No Pain and hitting on 2s. So yeah, it's my Deathwing Dark Angels, and we'll take a look at the Genestealer cults. Let's go. Dark Angels, if I don't move, I get +1 to hit. Everything in my army has Transhuman, 4+ to wound. And I also get better Super Doctrines as well, as we'll get into in the game. And also, yeah, everything's going to be OBSEC 2 because it's an exclusively Deathwing strike force.
We are led by the Patriarch here. The whole detachment is Rusted Claw, so we've got essentially Old Armor of Contempt, -1 AP for shots coming at me that are AP 1 and 2, and also we can advance and shoot weapons with no penalty, move and shoot weapons with no penalty, which is going to be good for some of the heavy shooting we got back there. Is just a straight up Patriarch. He's got some psychic powers, and he's got the Warlord trait, Entropic Touch, which essentially gives him 6s, explode double in melee.
Like Tesla in melee, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
For those Necron players, awesome.
And then he's got 2 powers. He's got Mass Hypnosis for Fight Last and Psionic Blast, which is like an extra smite.
Nice, so throw out some more Mortal Wounds.
Then we've got to the Magus, he's backed up in support by, she's got the buff powers really on her, so Psychic Stimulus for fallback and charge, fallback and shoot, and Might from Beyond, +1 attack, going to be scary on that big blob of Genestealers.
That we'll get to. Moving on, we have a very cool...
We've got 2 characters there, that is a Reductive Saboteur, she's going to be throwing out bombs all over the place, and then on the bike, to the left... we have
Mad Max style.
The Jackal outfit. And onto the troops.
Yes.
We've got 2 squads of 20.
Okay.
They're not identical.
Very nice.
At the front, we've just got Icon Ward to res guys, and then we've got 2 flamers, 2 grenade launchers, because they're free now.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
And then behind them, we've got more scary guns. We've got the 2 seismic cannons and 2 mining lasers. And we've got this guy being the flag guy, resin guys back to the unit as well. And then behind them, 2 squads of Acolytes, 2 Hand Flamers in this one on the left, 3 Hand Flamers in the one on the right.
Lovely.
And then we've got last squad of Acolytes, big squad of 10, 4 drills in there to do some horrible mortal wound hurt. And then onto the Genestealers at the front, we have a squad of 10 on the right and a squad of 5 that are going to be riding around in a transport. Then moving on to the fast attacks, 1 squad of Atalan Jackals.
Very nice.
2 Ridge Runners, and backed up by a rock
1500 points of GSC, and they're very strong. This is 2 top of the meta armies clashing on Haitian Prime. And yeah, you have a lot of bikes, you have a lot of guns, you got some Steelers with some Smash, quite a lot of psychic potential with the Patriarch, and the Relic to deny from anywhere as well, which is pretty awesome. And then you have some vehicles to back it up. So it's quite a Mad Max inspired Genestealer cult list. As the Unwilling Orb, which is the head of an Imperial Psyker and allows her to deny from anywhere on the board within no range at all, because it's ready to rumble in this 1500 points match play mission. So stay tuned. The board set up by Massoir, and we're playing on Haitian Prime. For the lore, this is an Imperial capital on the Haitian system, on the eastern fringe, and it has fallen to the sneak attack and the surprise horror of the Genestealer.
Revolution!
And they've taken the whole sector's gone quiet, and it's a really important mining world for the Imperium. So the Imperial forces have sent out a very elite Dark Angel force to investigate the disappearance. So playing on Haitian Prime, there will be an ambush, there will be an attack. The Dark Angels don't know what's coming, but whatever is coming needs to have the power to overtake them. In the matter, two top of the armies clash in an epic game. This is the board. We're playing Data Scry Salvage. There are 6 objectives to get the P2. You do an action on your back objective, and however many objectives you hold in No Man's Land is however many points you get per turn to a max of 3. There's 6 objectives. So hold 2 for 4, hold 3 for 8 or more mission. And then we have terrain. We have crates being obscured. We have buildings. We have rocks. We have hills that are inch to get on, inch to get off. We have a -1 on this side, -1 over here. -1 to hit exactly for shooting through, or if you're in it. And yeah, that's the board, that's the secondary fluff of the game, the lore. Boom. For Dark Angels, they have Codex Warfare, which is kill things, and Devastator Doctrine, which I plan to stay in all game. G for grind, and then Shock Tactics, which is basically take an objective off the Genestealer Colts for 4 points a turn, which is pretty good. And then the GSC have Brood Swarm, which is
need more bodies on the table in your deployment zone, in No Man's Land, in the enemy's deployment zone for lots of points.
very nice. And then Rod is just do actions and table quarters for 4, 8, 12. And then Ambush, which is pretty much kill things whilst they crossfired.
Kill things while they're crossfired, kill things while I'm ambushing you. I mean, you're really hard to kill. It's going to be hard, this one, but it's fluffy, and I'm trying to do that anyway, so I've got a reasonable chance.
Very nice. And the Dark Angels won the roll-off and elected to choose this side. I'm starting on 5 CP with the GSC on that side, and they're starting on 4. Boom, so the Dark Angels have deployed on this side. I have the Land Ranger on this flank. I have the Blade Guard at the back with Ezekiel, the Apothecary within 3 of the Terminators who are being a bit more aggressive, and then just double Dreadnought on this side. GSC, on the surface we have some bikes that have a pre-game move, but underneath there's a lot of blips with basically lots of things spawning out at the end of your first turn. Space Marine radar, they see loads of enemy blips appearing in every direction, but they only see nothing but just some smoke of some bikes and some fumes in the distance. So there's confusion in the Dark Angel lines as they line up their guns, and we go into an epic turn 1. Choose your weapon.
Couple dice for the
Let's go, Dark Angels! 3, 5, ooh.
Oh, I don't want...
Going to Genestealer, turn 1. Alright, Genestealer, command phase, they've appeared from the ruins and the rubble.
We got the bikes to the pre-game move.
Very nice.
Then we've had a whole army appear. There's only one thing to do in the command phase. The Jackal Alphas is going to select...
In the command phase, that biker has an ability to pick the truck on the right, the blue one, with something visible and within 36 of the Redemptor to be able to be exposed, so he gets +1 to wound if he gets a crossfire token. Phase of GSC on turn 1, we'll see what happens at the end of the moon phase, and we'll come back to you. So stay ready for an epic contest of 2 top of the meta armies clash.
Yeah, end of the moon phase, we moved round, Genestealers to hide forward, some vehicles onto this objective.
Bikes pushed up this side, very nice. We have some guys in the building.
These guys are doing Rod, the big unit, and then the character is doing the action for the primary mission.
Very nice, and you're on 2 objectives, so you get 2 points for it, so it makes sense to be on more objectives. Also, we're going to the Psychic phase, which is pretty much not going to apply because you guys are doing an action. At the end of the moon phase, you're going to throw some bombs.
Yeah.
At the end of the moon phase, we have these bikers who are going to throw a grenade at this Redemptor Dreadnought, who in the moon phase will spend a CP for -1 to hit for smoke launches. On 5s, number of shots, D6 number of shots for 1 shot.
You need a 5 to hit.
5 to hit because of -1. No. So far, that was pretty good. I didn't need to spend the CP there, but you just rolled 2 1s.
You didn't.
And now we go into the shooting phase.
Now we're going to shooting phase.
So it
No
begins.
second phase.
The shooting phase, this sniper bike lining up his shot, Redemptor, and I'm spending another CP for -1 to hit, so I've spent 2 CP for -1 to hit in a space of about 2 seconds. And he hits on 2s normally. Is it just 1 shot?
Yep.
Misses.
No.
Lining up the Rock Grinder, who's going to fire his big old zapper
On 5.
into the Redemptor. On 5s, -1.
5!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means he's able to score his crossfire token on him. It has been crossfire, army-wide +1 to hit pretty much. Meaning on it's a wound. It's a 6. No. 3 down to 11 wounds. Thubber coming in. +1 to hit, so 4s. And then it's a wound. So it's a 3 up. Why do I fail that? I CP it. No, I knew I was gonna... Down to 10. And I spent a CP for no vengeance. But continuing. Bikes are coming in.
We're going to spend a CP.
Second one's a game grenade.
Crazy grenade.
And for CP for max shots.
Exactly.
So we get 6 shots at the Redemptor, +1 to hit, -1, so he's back to hitting on 4s. And
Nice
it's
one.
all 3 damage, it's kind of gnarly. It's +1 to wound because bikes get exposed within 6. Redemptor, you must burn it, brother! Ooh.
Okay.
Strength 8.
+1 to wound.
So 2s.
2s.
Wow. Oh! CP3 is 6s. Don't make any, so 3 damage. Down to 7 wounds.
And we're going to cripple it.
The last truck.
But before we
Small arms first, sorry, getting ahead of myself.
So
I don't like this. Small arms on 4s. Okay. Strength 4, T7, +1 to wound. So you're on 4s. 3 ups, whoop-ow. Let's take another down. 6 wounds left, taking a bit of a battering this turn, and then we have the last truck.
Which got buffed to
+1 to hit.
+1 to wound.
Just +1 to wound. And +1 to wound in that thing. Hang on 4s.
And it's
Strength 6, T7, so 4s.
So 4s.
I'll take that. Yes, just the stubbers. Strength 4, T7, but +1 to wound is 4s. 3 ups. No damage. End of the turn, Redemptor's on 6 wounds. You fired the bites, got crossfire, pushed up the tanks, you run 3 objectives, did pretty well. End of GSC, turn 1, they're on 4 points, 2 points of Brood Swarm, 2 points of P2. And we'll go now to Dark Angels turn 1, and I'll be back onto 4 CP. Dark Angels turn 1 in my command phase, I'm going to spend a CP to make him go in full bracket. I'm going to push up, kill these bikes, try to take out this boat. Because if I killed that, your primary's going to be 4, not 8. Which is going to be big. So then we're going to see what happens in Dark Angel turn 1. Into the Dark Angel movement phase, done the action with the Blade Guard. I pushed them back to stop the screens. I moved the Deathwing Terminators, they advanced again that point, they rolled a 4. And I pushed the Land Raider on that point, so I'm on 2 for the P2. We'll see what happens as we go into Psychic phase for Dark Angels on turn 1. We'll start with Ezekiel. He's going to do Aversion. He gets +1 to cast. Aversion of Ezekiel, he's going to try and... Well, I'll roll it first. His Warp Charge 6. I get 8, +1 is a 9. Because of your Relic. Which
Deny from anywhere.
You can deny me.
Unwilling Orb.
Unwilling Orb.
Unwilling.
It's unwilling to deny me, but good sir.
Unwilling.
Chooses a unit within 24.
Yep.
It's going to be the Rock Grinder.
Yep.
You have -1 to hit every time you attack or shoot.
Yep.
So if you're within 6 inches of Ezekiel, you have -1 attack in melee.
Yep.
Just going to try and smite the bikes. Hitting on a bow. 9. Smite is a 9, +1 is a 10, so it's almost a super smite to the bikes, but it's not quite. It's a 9 on 11, might as well. No, perils in the deny. D3 mortals. For 3 mortals. Bike dies and 1's on a wound, and then we push into the shooting phase for the Dark Angels in turn 1. And with this Land Raider Crusader, he is just going to fire his assault cannons into the bikes, -1 to hit, so it's hitting on 4s. And the multi-melter, but he's not going to fire the Hurricane Bolters because he wants the synergy of Codex Warfare because I'm in Devastator Doctrine. 12 shots on the Land Raider, into the bikes. On 4s. Okay, that was decent. AP2 because Devastator Doctrine, Strength 6, T4, so 3s, bam. AP2 down to AP1 because of your ability.
5 ups.
You're wiped out. Perfectly wiped them out, so the bikes are gone. That not only gives me 2 points for Codex Warfare, but also 3 points of grind. And those bikes with those heavy weapons was perfect. Give me 5 points just then. Focus all of my attention over here. So I'm going to start off with the Redemptor. Redemptor's going to fire the Wounded Redemptor. I spent CP to buff. He's going to do his big plasma and then the Onslaught Gatling Cannon into the yellow buggy that is on the objective to try and hurt his primary. Icarus Rocket Pod, as well as the Fragstorm Grenade Launchers into the blue truck.
I don't know.
Into the Ridge Runner. Start with the Macro Plasma. I'm going to supercharge. D6! That's cocked. Cock dice. Whoa! 4. Right, hitting on 3s, -1. No, hitting on 4s actually.
Hitting on 4s.
But rerolling 1s. Bam! Okay, rerolling 1s. Come on, give me 2. Oh, just 1.
Boris.
Real clutch. Strength 8, 3s. It's a wound.
Yeah, so
P5, sir. No, 3s on 5, wounds remaining. Right. Heavy onslaught. Oh, not heavy, sorry, just the onslaught. On 4s, rerolling 1.
5 on the Gatling.
Bam. Everything hit. 5, T6, 5s to wounds. 2 more damage. Unfortunately, he will live, meaning the Genestealers will get 8 for primary, because I'm matching them on 3 objectives, so it'll be tied. But that's it, and now we're just going to go with the rest of the guns into the blue truck. First rocket pod is D3. For 3s, baby. Hooah! Rerolling 1s because of the captain. Okay, 6 Fragstorm Grenade Launchers for 12! 12 shots of Fragstorm Grenade Launchers on 4s because he's touching the -1. Rerolling 1s because of the Master of Ancient. Wounding on 5s. Onto that one from the Fragstorm Grenade Launchers. Maybe 0.
But there are no...
So just, hey!
No
This Venerable is going to fire everything into that thing. He can reroll 1s to hit, not wound. He hits on 2s, which becomes 3s. 1s, 66, so 4s. Wounds on that truck. AP2 takes another damage. 4 Storm Bolters into the truck. On 2s, 3s because of -1, which is helping you, and then 5s to wound for 1 wound. No rerolls. 4 up. You make it. Yep, so the rerolls didn't really matter, but I did kill these bikes. So end of Dark Angels turn 1, I get 2 points of Codex Warfare, 3 points of grind, and 2 points of P2. So the score is 7-4 as we go into GSE turn 2. Genestealer turn 2 has begun. We both get a CP back. Command phase abilities.
I'm going to put the same ability, but this time I'm going to put on this big unit here.
Very nice. And you're going to target, choosing to target the Venerable. Very nice. See what happens in the movement phase for Genestealers on turn 2. And, well, yeah, they got 8 points of primary, so the score is 12-7. And stay tuned. See, I'm staying in Devastated Doctrine all game until maybe I need it in a turn 4 anomaly. But so far, we're getting ready to hold firm as the Dark Angels stand their ground as the Genestealers may pour forward. The Genestealers have appeared. The Genestealers are coming for the Dark Angel Terminator. In the moon phase, we have some Acolytes popping up over there to try tie up a Land Raider. This 20-man squad advanced up. They got a 4, able to shoot some Dreadnoughts. Over here, popped up and did Rod, while this bike is staying put on the objective. Phase, the Dark Angels do have Watchers in the Dark guy, measured from that model, but he's out of range to deny the +1 attack. Magus, he got something on a 9. Which unit are you going to put it on? Very nice. The 5 attack. Shooting phase. That single model.
Saboteur is going to blow up some explosives she hit earlier.
Into a CP to -1 to hit smoke launchers on the Redemptor for the 3rd time running. 33 shots. Okay, I'll take it. Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
3 to wound.
3 to wound.
2 6s. Make 1!
Yeah.
Hunter is stumbling on 4. Smoke is being emitted from himself now. As we continue with the Genestealer shooting phase. This Rock Grinder with a -1 to hit is going to fire into the Terminators. He's using the molten.
Long wave.
Yeah, so 6 shots, 2 damage.
6 shots.
And then the Stubber's going into the Terminators as well.
Everything.
Stubber's going to go into the Dreadnought. I can't split fire because he needs crossfire, so he has to dedicate shooting everything into the Terminators. Shots -1 to hit, so hitting on 4s. 5s. Oh, he gets 4!
Transhuman.
That's what I'm talking
Only
about.
1.
2 down to AP1, so give me a 1.
Okay.
2 6s for the Apothecary. Makes 1 of them.
Okay.
Terminator's on 2 wounds, but you get the crossfire, meaning you can spend a CP to kill my Terminator and also turn off Overwatch. Others as well. 2 hit and then Transhuman.
We're looking.
2 up save.
Yes!
Why? 6 up. Yay! That's what I'm talking about. A difficult route, but no damage taken, and we'll continue. Mr. Apothecary saving everybody's life. We love to see it continue. That sniper's coming in venerable. Hits on a 2. 5 T7, so 5 to wound. Hey, 1 is a 4 up. That's a save. Well, I get a 6 up feeling pain. Check that. Venerable's on 7 wounds remaining. The crossfire, as of the Terminators. Very nice.
So this squad at that Venerable.
Okay, bring it on.
With the command phase ability, they've got +1 to hit and wound with the crossfire token.
And the Genestealer calls is spending 1 CP for +1 damage on the mining lasers. 2 mining lasers and 2 seismic cannons.
Yes.
And 2 rifles to the Redemptor. T7.
+1 to wound.
2 to wound.
2 to wound, we're rolling.
AB3 is a 6 up. No.
6 damage.
D6 damage is just 4 plus
damage.
1 minus 1 is +1, but then -1, so does 4 go through, but I have a feel no pain because I'm a venerable.
Yep.
And I make no feel no pain.
So
So 3 wounds.
3.
3 hits with the seismic cannons.
No, I-
+1 to wound though. For 4s, 1. The 5. Yes. These guys are fired. The mining lasers and spend a CP for +1 damage. 4 wounds on him, but the seismic cannons whiff. Of them shooting, and he's on 3 wounds remaining. Now this yellow Ridge Runner. Heavy mining laser into him. Everything is venerable. Shots with the mining laser.
Hitting on
3s because of crossfire. D7.
Wounding,
+1 to wound.
no.
So 3 to wound.
3 to wound. That's a wound.
I need a 6, bro. Thank you. Oh, guys, D6 damage.
4 to kill him.
Big 1.
4.
5. 4 goes through. 5 damage down to 4. He's got 3 wounds left. I need 2 6s. I get none. Does he blow up? He does not. And the Venerable is taken down. End of shooting phase GSC. They killed the Venerable Dreadnought. They crossfired the Terminators to ignore their Overwatch if you want to come in because you'll need to spend a CP for that. We'll go to the charge phase. The Genestealers to the charge phase.
Let's.
Guys do need to come into the Land Raider, choosing not to Overwatch. I'll explain later.
That's
He makes it. He makes it. Alright, the Rock Grinder is coming to the Dreadnought now. Now I'm going to Overwatch it. Right?
Now you go.
Macroplasma, D6 shots for 4. 4 shots.
Oh, yeah,
Obviously supercharging. 6s, making 1.
Okay.
Rerolling 1s. Oh, that's really bad. Strength 8. That's a
Yeah, that's straight through.
AP5 goes straight through. 3 damage down to 2, down to 8 wounds. D3 with the Icarus.
So,
6s! Whoop! 2d6 frag storms. 6s!
let's see.
Whoa! 5's wound. No. Onslaught Gatling. Once. And a 5 to wound. Oh, okay, just took 2 damage, and he comes in. Makes an 8. Then very nicely, hitting the Dreadnought on 3 wounds. Took a mortal on the Overwatch, that could kill me. This is bad. Grinder made it in, now moving over to the Genestealers, who are swarming through the middle into the Terminators. Don't make it! Oh, he's making it. The Genestealers come pouring in, and my opponent has done it in such a way that even if I spend a CP for Line Unbreakable, nothing will stop their ravenous claws. So these Terminators are gonna get hit hard. I'm a little bit scared. Everything's made it in. I have not enough CP to interrupt, because that was probably a mistake actually. I probably should have just saved it for the interrupt. That's actually a big mistake. Gonna punch you and kill you there. That was a big mistake. Oh no. Starting with the Steelers.
50 attacks.
Ah! 50 attacks is the +1 attack, hitting on 2s.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of 1s. Okay. See a couple 1s, man. What's the wounds? Transhuman or not? It's still 4s. Bring it on. That looks okay for me.
Okay.
5 ups. I want like a boss. Feeling pains on 6s. Oh yes! Yeah, the apothecary saved 2 guys just already. 2.5 Terminators.
Is one of them injured?
Yes. 2 Terminators are picked up. One's on a wound. Let's go. Deathwing, stand firm. Attacks. He has -1 to hit though because of aversion. Hitting on 4s with 8 attacks. Okay, just 1 hand. The Redemptor will stand firm. He gets a 6 up? Nope. The Venerable Dreadnought was slain, but the Redemptor is on 2 wounds, struggling to survive. Terminators hold firm, and now we move over to the Acolytes on the far side. The Acolytes coming into Land Raider with 16 attacks. 3s to hit. Not great. Just 2. 4 ups. Nothing. So the Redemptor's going to fight back now. He has 4 attacks, same even if he's bracketed. He just hits on 5s, going up to 5 attacks because of Shock Assault, and I get +1 to hit because I stood still and you charged me. Because I'm a Dark Angel, so hitting on 4s for 2, and then strength quite a lot, so probably 2s. Ooh,
okay,
I'm gonna CP this. No!
Okay. 84.
Go straight through.
No, it's 83, isn't it?
It's 83, so you have a 6 up save.
6 up save.
Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Oh, 5, so that's not too bad. Now I'll go to the Terminators. I have 1 Power Sword and then 7 Power Fists into the Steelers. Terminator the Power Sword, the Sergeant's coming to the Steelers. He actually has a reroll 1 aura. I don't know what it was, so we won't go back. But now these Terminators have reroll 1s, basically ones there. So we're coming in with the Terminators. Slight mistake, but Terminators got the job done. Hopefully, we'll see. Power Sword, 4 attacks on 2s, and then Red 5s, so 3s. That's 4-1. I don't slay a bot. Terminators hit on 3s with the Power Fist because of +1 to hit. Rerolling that one because of cocked. Rerolling 1s because of the Captain aura. There, your T4s is 2s. 1s are bad, 1s are bad, 1s are bad. Man, you need 4s. You do quite well. Held 7. 7 Steelers are picked up and I just want to spend any CP. 3 Steelers remain and they will have to take a leadership test. Raider did 5 back off. You only 5 up save. Oh my god. The Land Raider
ran over 2.
He ran over 2 off camera. GSC turn 2. They get some points. Leadership test on these Genestealers first. 7. You're down to 2. You're running away with 1. Only 1 runs. Genestealer turn 2, they get 2 points for ambush, 4 points of rod, another 2 points for Brutestorm, bringing up to 4, and then 3 points for P2 because they're on that objective, the middle one, and this one, as he pushes into Dark Angel's turn 2. 6 points of Brutestorm actually because he gets an extra point everywhere on the table. More models than me on the table is a point per round, just so good. 19 Deathwing models. Yeah. Dark Angel turn 2, I only get 4 points of primary, so the score is 25 to 11 in favour of the GSC as we move into Dark Angel turn 2, only got 4 points there primary, command phase doesn't really apply. I am going to spend a CP, however, to make him fire and full bracket, just kill that thing. Hopefully with a heavy weapon. I'm going to kill these guys with heavy weapons, giving another 2 points to that, and I'm hopefully going to get grind by killing these guys. Just basically kill these 3 things and take these points. In the moon phase, the apothecary will heal. Ezekiel pushed up, everyone else held it down to kill the things they're engaged with. I can't fall back. The apothecary healed the Terminator and brought 1 back, so there's 9 there, and they're strong and obsec. And then we're going to push into the psychic phase. Ezekiel's going to cast his powers. He's going to cast Aversion to this big squad. I'll try to at least. Now I'm going to try and cast Mind Worm on those guys.
What does that do?
Mind Worm gets on the perils.
Okay.
Perils to the face. 1 more. Taking a damage on Mind Worm, and then so that successfully passed, so these Genestealers take a mortal wound as well as fire. Phase is going to shoot this Land Raider, is going to go everything into them. We'll start with the Twin Assault Cannons. 12 shots with Twin Assault Cannons on 3s. Oh, it's a heavy weapon, so it's -1 to hit. Strength 6, T5 to 3s, AP 2, 2 wounds. 6 up saves. No. Multi-melter on 4s. Huh! Yes. Strength 8, so it's a 2. That's a wound. The Land Raider kills him and takes that objective. It's actually 4 points for shock tactics and 2 points for Codex. How we're doing the Redemptor. If he kills him, it's another 2 points of Codex Warfare. D6 with the Macroplasma for 2. That's not great, but it's okay. Hitting on 3s. Supercharge, yes. It's 2 hits and strength 8, so I need 2 wounds straight through because it's AP 5. Still in Devastator Doctrine. 3 damage piece down to 2. You're going to spend a CP.
CP to explode.
Oh, goddamn. 3 more on Redemptor if you get...
3 up!
Oh, you don't kill him! Oh my god, he's on a wound!
You're joking.
Oh my god, no way. Lie, but it also hits Ezekiel for a D3.
Ezekiel!
Whoop! For also 1. The Redemptor hurt Ezekiel a lot. Ezekiel's on 3, Redemptor's on 1, and the Rock Grinder. Genestealers have popped out in the building, the Rock Grinder is another 2 points of Codex Warfare, so for 4 points of Codex Warfare this turn. That's the end of my shooting phase, so I'm just going to go into melee. These guys' fight lasted, so we're just going to kill him. Smugness, just 3 attacks with Power Sword, and then Money Power Fists. On wounding on a 3, that's a wound.
Fine.
Get +1 to hit as well, so I'm actually on 3s here. Strength 8, so 2s. Okay. 4 ups. Or you're dead. The end of Dark Angel turn 2, I get another 3 points of grind, 4 points of Codex Warfare, and 4 points for shock tactics. And I got 2 points of P2, meaning the score is 24 for the Dark Angels to 25 as we move into Genestealer turn 3. You see, you get another 8 points of primary. The biker guys selects this unit if they get exposed to get the +1 to hit and +1 to damage and stuff. Very nice. We'll go into the moon phase with GSC on turn 3 and we'll see what happens as the forces are lined up on either side. Turn 3 and the trap has been sprung. The ambush has started. The Patriarch has appeared with his retinue. These guys are pushed up. We have the drills coming in to kill the apothecary. Lots is going on. Lots is happening. We'll get to the psychic phase. So stay tuned. The Patriarch for the psychic. Cheeky little smite. Gets on an 8. Ezekiel trying to 9. Needs a 9. Gets an 8. Oh. 3 more on the Terminators.
Kill me a Terminator. 1's on 2 wounds.
Just fix that Phone pain.
I know. Wait, do you want to get healed?
Bam. Fight last me. On 6. Fail fight last. Roll a 5 for +1 attack, which is a fail. So you're spinning a CPD roll it.
Needing a 6.
It's a 1 and a
7.
I need an 8 here, and watch from the dark abilities as the knight with the Terminators, which is free. Then he gets bitters, but he will do it. Oh, he so does it!
So he goes. That was good.
Achieve your mission. This guy's gonna finish off the Redemptor. Maybe not. Maybe 2d3 shots for 3 on 3s. 2, sorry. 3s to wound. 3 6s to keep the Redemptor alive. Make one blow up. Does not. Pretty well, but the Redemptor is destroyed. Killed all my dreadnoughts. Guys for the crossfire, shooting their pistols into the Terminators. Pistols into them. Bam, bam.
5 of them for a crossfire.
Whoa! 1 wound with a 2 up. What the hell? 6 up. Hey! Even if the Apothecary dies this turn, he has been doing amazing. 7 or 8 6s. This is incredible. Guy. Everything in the Terminators. Blast him in 3.
Ba-bam.
Ba-bam. Firing down with the missiles on transhuman. Winning on transhuman. Oh! That guy's not in cover, so it's a 5 up. Which I fail. 6 damage for 2. And there's 2 6 up. Philippines! Oh, he does. 1 more with cover this time is a not a save. 6. I do. Oh. Apothecary, save me! Nope. 7 Terminators remain. Pretty painful. That guy's doing the action, by the way, too. Covers are also coming in to the Terminators.
Okay.
Stop rolling. You're on kind of hot. Just 2 ups. That's it. 2 mining lasers, 2 seismic cannons, and then 10 shots into the Terminators. Mining lasers coming in. 2 transhuman.
1.
Cover, so AP2, so it's a 4 up. Let's make it, please. Yes.
Makes that one.
Seismic cannons on 3s. And that Dark Angel's transhuman. AP2 to AP1 with cover, so it's 3 ups. Make it both. Shots with the rifles. It was 11 shots anyway, wounding on. Wow. 2 ups. Ready for this. Fails 2. 6s. Come on, Apothecary. Yes! 7 Terminators left on a 2 wounds, so not too much damage from them, but the trucks, or the buggies, or the Ridge Riders are where it's at. This squad's firing everything into the Terminators. 3 of them can't see. 2 grenade launchers. 2 flamers. 2 flamers. 2d6 with the flamers. For 3. Only 3.
Okay.
4s to wound. 3 so 2 ups. He's fine. Grenade launchers coming in. 1 transhuman. That's a wound. AP1. Looking safe. 26 shots with auto rifles. On 3s because +1 to hit. Okay. 4s to wound wasn't bad. After all that shooting, this many wounds with 2 ups. Take 1
damage.
6 up for the pain. 7 Terminators, 1's on 1 with assault cannon. Continuing. To end the Genestealer's turn 3, yeah, they managed to kill a couple Terminators and they're going to do some charges, so we'll start with these rock grinder guys. An 8 into the Blade Guard.
8 into the Blade Guard.
It's a 4. 3d6 charge.
It's highest. Oh no.
RCP2 rollers, he needs
Come
an 8.
on.
He gets a 10. These guys make it into the Blade Guard, and we'll do the Genestealers now into the Apothecary, who's going to get taken into the darkness. Going on an 8, I mean they couldn't fail anyway. He's in trouble. Last thing in the shooting phase, we're going to do this sniper boy into Ezekiel. If the stars align, you can kill him because it's 2 damage plus a more, so good luck. No bad luck. Number 2. Ezekiel live, brother. Oh, good. And wound on 4.
4 up on a mortal and a wound.
So 3.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Right, it's AP1, but I'm within 3 inches of terrain piece, and he's firing from over there, so it's 3 up.
Death.
Oh! CP reroll, I have to. It's for Ezekiel's life, please! Yes, thank God. Thank God. I spent my last CP on it, though. So I had to spend a CP over there, meaning I can't do anything else, but we'll continue. These guys made the charge, and so did the Genestealers, and we'll start where you like, because I have no interrupts. Starting with the Steelers. 20 attacks, hitting on 2s with the Steelers. Giving it a good old shake. There's a bunch of 1s in there, maybe. Only 1-1, I might be buggered. 4s to wounds. This could be the end of the Apothecary. Gary has 5 wounds, 7 went through, he has a 5 up save. Let's do this. Come on, save, brother! Okay. 3, so he's alive and he has 6 ups to himself. So he takes 3 damage. No escape. He is swarmed, but he is unalive. Barely. Drills of doom in this squad. You can come in.
1.
Coming in, sir. Don't get any 6s, please. 6 is a death.
Come in,
So life.
Oh, that was bad.
It makes none.
That was bad.
So no 6s or mortals, but that's auto wounds. So it's AP 4 damage 1. So I have invuns. Oh, 6 left points. Make none. 2 are left. 19 attacks for the rest of the guys into the 2 blade guard. Can they survive? I rolled badly for my invuns. Forced to wound because of transhuman. 5 go through. 4 ups. Come on, roll better. Okay, kill another blade guard unless I feel no pain. Just the sergeant remains, but he's obsec and he holds the point though.
I'm obsec.
But I can fight back with what I, right?
You can fight back.
Blade guard sergeant, 5 attack. I killed the blade guard quite a lot. 5 attacks coming back, hitting on 2s. 3s just to kill. He slays 2 guys. 2 guys get. So you can fight back with 4 attacks. Hits on 2s because I stood still. No 4s. 4 wounds. AP 0, but 4 months. He kills 2 of them. End of Genestealer turn 3. They managed to wound the apothecary down to 2 wounds. Take this point off me, so Dark Angels get nothing for their primary.
Yes.
And GSC get another 5 points for Brood Swarm as they're in every quarter and they're swarming. And I don't get any points for my primary, so I'm only on 4 points of P1 as he pushes into Dark Angel turn 3. Turn 3, I have a CP back. And the Dark Angel turn 3 movement phase, a lot of thinking, but not that much. Push the Deathwing Knights out of the Land Raider, gonna charge these guys. This Land Raider's here to support, to push up and kill those things, take aim at the Patriarch. These Terminators push this way to shoot them, and then charge and support this guy and get my back point taken back. And that's the end of the movement phase. And Ezekiel as well, round over here to do some smites into some Stealers and protect and observe. So I'm now into the psych phase, and we have Ezekiel who'll be within 24 inches of who he wants, so he's going to try and cast Aversion. Ezekiel with Aversion, which is a -1 to hit power on a unit. He +1, so he makes it on a 6.
Deny.
You need a 7 to deny. You get it. Mind Worm on these guys, so they fight last.
Yeah.
Make that on an 8, which becomes a 9. It's a block on a 9. Nope. Take a mortal wound, so one of them. Psychic phase, I just fight lasted them, took a mortal, and also failed them by Aversion. And we're moving to the shooting phase for Dark Angels on turn. Land Raiders, sorry, the Dreadnoughts are dead. Vehicle Dreadnought. He's a big boy. The Hunter Killer Missile, which he's armed with, is going to fire into that truck on 3 wounds. That's holding that Ridge Runner. That's holding that objective down. Twin Assault Cannons into them. Hurricane Bolters into them. Multi-Melter into them. And then Hunter Killer Missile into that truck. It counts with the Hunter Killer Missile. Into that tank. It needs to go!
Miss.
Hit! Strength 8. That's a wound! AP 3, sir!
AP 2, isn't it?
It's AP. I'm still in Devastator, brother. 6 up.
Come on! No.
Thank you. D6 damage!
Can you kill me?
3 damage! Perfectly kill this,
Doesn't
which
explode.
is... Oh, that's so big, you know. It doesn't explode. Off that objective, and that's 2 more points for Codex Warfare as well. And with Tyrant Grind now, too. Multi-Melter into this squad, because nothing else is in range. On 3s. On killing on 2s, 1 gets blast. Just 12 shots, no rapid fire range from the tank into those boys. On 3s. Strength 4, T3, right? So 3s. That was better. Because you spend a CP for +1 save, you get 3 ups. Oh, he tanked them all! You guys spent a CP, by the way, for +1 save, so they all tanked it. FYI. 12 Twin Assault Cannon shots into those guys with the -1s hitting on 4s. Storm Bolter, which is into them, on 3s. And then on 3s, 2 more wounds. 2 wounds into those guys with a 3 up. Take it down. 12 Twin Assault Cannons into them. 12 shots hitting on 4s because the -1. And strength 6, you T3, so 2s. Oh my god. Devastator Doctrines AP2 down to AP1, so you have 6s, right? 6s to save. You make 2 of them, man. 3 of them! Terminators are firing, the split firing. The 1 Assault Cannon you can't see is firing into that big squad over there. 6 Bolters, so 24 Stormbolter shots are firing to those squad over there. We're going to spend a CP +1 to hit for the Terminators. Arm with the Assault Cannon into them, +1 to hit is back to 3s. 6 T3, so 2s. 3 wounds into them, AP2. 3 ups to 4 ups because he reduces AP by 1 because he's a claw.
Oh, no.
3 die. Splat, splat, splat. 24 bolter shots into them, hitting on 3s now because the -1 is negated. 24 dice into that squad. On 3s. Oh yeah. And we're wounding on 3s here. AP0, 5 ups. Ooh. He guard has a pistol in combat on a 2. No, he missed. Apothecary has a pistol in combat on a 2. He missed. Ezekiel's going to be charging into these Genestealers.
Did you get 5 last, by the way?
Yeah, I did on these guys. They're going to try and charge these guys. It's Acolytes, and I make it on a 12. These Death Knights are going to try and just kill those guys. 2 for an 8. Made it in, you have no interrupt, so I'll start with them. Starting with the Sergeant, who's 4 attacks, and his damage does overspill. Everything hits. He's strength 6, so everything wounds on 2s. So AP 3, 2 damage.
Okay, so
but everything goes through as 6 dice die because the damage overspills. Thunder Hammers of Doom. The Maces of Absolution. 4 on this many dice.
Yeah.
I get 5. I almost failed. 5 go through. AP. It is only AP2. Need 6s.
6s!
No. Consolidating these guys 3 inches forwards, I'll just tag. And that will be 4 points for shock tactics as well. Yeah. These 7 Terminators are coming into these Acolytes. Household's coming in, hitting on 2s. Strength is... No, he's hitting on 3s, sorry, but everything still hits. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. 3 wounds. 6 times 3, so 18 power fist into 4 Acolytes left. 18 attacks, hitting on 4s. It's AP3.
2s.
Oh my god, just about do it, so all these guys get whacked. Ezekiel needs these Genestealers to go. 4 attacks.
1 minute.
Hits, and then 3s. Just 4-up save on a Genestealer. It makes it! I should have smited them, that was a mistake. For blunder, these Genestealers are still alive to haunt me.
He's got
2 wounds left, coming into the Apothecary with 12 attacks. 1 2s. 1 and forced to wound to transhuman. Oh my god. Like, I thought Ezekiel could save us. Oh my god!
He dies.
I need to make 2 6s. Oh! Oh, he makes 1! He just about died! He had 2 wounds remaining and he couldn't heal himself. So he goes down. Apothecary dies and Ezekiel's locked in combat. He couldn't save his friend in time. End of Dark Angel turn 3. I got 2 more points for combat warfare, for killing Codex Warfare, sorry, for killing that Ridge Runner. 3 more points to grind because I just about killed more things. I killed 3 things. I killed the Ridge Runner, the Acolytes, and I also killed that 20-man squad. And for shock tactics, I took that objective back. So it's 33 for the Dark Angels to 41 for the GSC, who will get 4 points of their primary. So it's a very tight game. Stay tuned. Genestealer moving phase on turn 4. They advance these guys up. Action again with the Ridge Runner at the back. Patriot pushing over here. These guys came over here to do rods on 8 for rod. Characters holding some objectives down and moving to the Psychopaths. Failed the +1 attack, but is chucking in a smite into the Deathwing Knights, which he makes. On 6, I need a 7. I get a CP reroll. No, I get a 6. I failed it. 2 more.
Die.
Shark needs a smite. Fails it. Panic Blast it.
That goes off on an 8.
9. Ezekiel's onto an eye. Oh, close. 3 mortals on the Deathwing Knight. For Deathwing Knight falls. Shooting phase. The sniper to the last play guard. 1 shot hits, 1 shot doesn't wound. Crossfire, however. Crossfire. Size all the seismic cannons and the multi-laser drills into the single blade guard. And then you're doing all the little auto guns trying to kill him. Seismic cannons. One transhuman. These are the seismic cannons, no? Last one with mine lasers. These are the seismic cannons on 4s. Oh, please! He dies. I have no CP. You get him. That's really big. They got it wiped out, giving him a point for grind. Can't do an action anymore, and he gets 2 points for ambush. Not bad. It's actually quite big. Auto guns. Auto rifle. 4s here.
No, look.
5s, yeah, 5s.
1, 2.
2 up. 2 up. 2 up.
That guy.
Yeah. Termination attack. Yes, let's go. You killed the blade guard. No more crossfire. That's the end of the shooting phase. Now charges. I'm looking at the Patriarch. Patriarch's coming in for the gas. He makes it in. He has 6 attacks. 6 to hit. A double. 2s. Come on. Okay, I'll take it. Force to wound. 1 rerolls it with the Broodlord. 1 at 3 damage, 1 2 damage to the 2 damage on 4-ups. Makes 1 of them, so he dies. And then a 4-up. Make it kill my leader.
Only one of them's gonna be able to strike me.
Killed 1 Deathwing Knight. I didn't kill any damage to you, and I hold the point down. So it's pretty epic. See, Ezekiel's gonna come into the Genestealer deals 3 attacks on 2s. Oh my god! Oh my god! And then with they 4-up die.
Bang.
Thank you. So there's 2 Steelers left and he's on 3 wounds. Please, please don't kill Ezekiel. Biggest moment of our lives. Of our lives. 4s to wound. Oh, thank god. 4 villains.
Dead.
Yeah! He's a beast! He's a beast! Deathwing Knight. I have 1 who can fight you back. He has 3 attacks. On 2s, either way. Strength 85, so 3s to wound.
Yep. Nice.
4-up inbounds. Whoa! It's 3 damage a piece. He could have just died. Genestealer turn 4. They managed to get 4 more points of rod, 2 more points for ambush, and 3 more points of P2, and 3 more points for Broodswarm as well. So really high scoring. And then I get Dark Angels finally get 8 more points for their primary as he pushes into the Dark Angel turn 4. Dark Angel turn 4. Pretty much going to try and use the Terminators to push up, kill that squad, and take that objective. Land Raider push over here and shoot this. Deathwing Knights just to hold it down. Probably pick on the Patriarch, but they need to hold that point. And we'll see what the Dark Angels can muster in the 4th turn. End of the moon phase. Terminators coming up to kill these guys. Still 7 of them, 1's on a wound. Land Raider pushed that way to kill that truck. And these Deathwing Knights are still in combat, so they might be. Psychic phase. Ezekiel is going to hopefully smite these guys. Should have done that a turn ago to save the Deathwing Apothecary. Oh, it's a super! And you can't deny 6 mortals. It's 5 mortals. Genestealers is killed. Grind is tied, and then after I can consolidate 3 inches. I'm trying to use Righteous Repugnance on the Terminators. Come on! Oh, he gets it on a 10! becomes an 11. You need a 12. You fail it. Got a 9 though, not bad. So they have real hits and wounds. It's been amazing. Phase, the Land Raider is going to fire his multi-melter into that, and his twin assault cannon and multi-melter into that, and then he's going to put one hurricane bolter into him, and then a second hurricane bolter also into him, but also the storm bolter into that. Land Raider's firing twin assault cannon and multi-melter into that, and then all the hurricane bolters into this guy, and then the storm bolter into this guy. 12 shots on 3s. Oh yeah. Force to wound. 5 up saves. Takes 3 damage. 2 multi-melters. And then wounding on a... That's a wound.
No.
Thank God.
Oh, it's a 1!
CP reroll! Yes, it's a 6! The Land Raider has been my MVP. He killed that thing. And he can secure me grind, hopefully, unless the Death Knights die. And 2 more points of Codex Warfare and getting you off your back objective. He's got all his Hurricane Bolters into him. 28 shots with the Storm Bolter. He's gonna die! He's going... Oh, maybe not. And then 3s. He's a 5 save with 4 wounds. Oh, he's dead. Managed to kill that squad as well as... Well, killing that, Ridge Runner. As well as killing the Psyker. These guys aren't going to shoot to make the charge longer. They're just going to try and make a charge.
I might do something.
6!
I might do something.
I fail it! Fight over here with the Patriarch. It's huge. I have no CP to roll it because I wanted to kill that vehicle. Oh, he gets a 6. And everything hits. 8 hits, man. Oh my god, it's all 3 damage! Oh my god, he's going to be a monster. 4 damage, 3. Fails 2.
2 die.
2.
Fail both.
Makes 1. So Death Knight lives, but he still holds the point down like a boss. He not making that charge was huge. I had Righteous Republic inside. I killed them, wiped them out, and then take this point and go
still gonna get 4 for primary.
You get 4 for primary. End of Dark Angels turn 4. I get 2 more points of Codex Warfare, and 3 more points of grind. Genestealer's turn 5.
Doing the action for the
Very
primary.
nice.
These guys are falling back here to hold these 2 objectives. And then the Patriarch is going to try and smite this guy and then charge the Land Raider.
Alright, we're going to the Psychic phase on turn 5. The final turn, let's go!
Right.
The Dark Angels.
Fail.
No. CP reroll? No. Ezekiel says no! I say yes. 3 Knights is picked up. After not really tanking that much, the Terminators have been the real brick and anvil to the Dark Angels forces. Sonic Blast the tank. Gets on it.
Yep.
Might as well deny ya. No. Oh, I get +1 if you're within 12. 3 more to the tank.
Zap.
For 2.
more.
These guys are doing their flamers into them.
Okay.
9 hits. 6 is to wound. Ooh, we get 2.
2 ups.
2 up saves. No. The crossfire token which he achieves because he got hit. Guys are lining up their shots into the Terminators. Down the pain. These guys are firing 11 guys with auto run into the Terminator. On 4s, right? Putting on 5s into the Terminators. Just 2. 2 up.
Die to auto guns.
2 up.
Die to auto guns.
Oh my god,
yes!
I died. Terminator falls to some las guns. Apothecary really was pivotal in that moment. Final lasers coming in, 1 miss and 2 misses. Your seismic cannons.
Seismic cannon, shortwave.
And
Okay.
4. Transhuman, please. Transhuman, thank you.
Ip 2
Ip 2 is the safe. Las guns did more damage than your seismic cannons and your mining lasers. Okay, this guy's firing. He did fire last time because he was forgotten about. This time he's getting remembered. Terminators for 2d3 shots.
Might be blast.
Bow. Hitting on 2s.
2s.
Bow.
Hitting on
4s. AP3, so 5 up them ones. Takes a damage. He's really a vehicle killer. He's super good. He killed the Redemptor.
Chick.
Respect the lady. Shooting phase has ended as that guy did the action. Patriarch's coming in and I'm spending a CP for Overwatch.
No, I'm spending a CP.
Okay. No Overwatch, never mind. So he's just coming in hot.
Oh, wait, I don't.
The Broodlord Patriarch, god of the GST, makes it into the Land Raider. What will happen? Round 1, fight! Okay, that's better than in the other round. T8 is the name of the game on the Land Raider. Whoa, where did they go?
Okay, so
Just 1 so far, you're looking at 2. Powered up against the Death Knights, killed them, and then only got 2 through against the Land Raider. AP's 3, so 5 ups. Failing both, so you take 4 damage. Land Raider's taking 6 damage, he is on 10 wounds. 6s with the Land Raider to fight back, he gets wounds on a 3. Takes a damage! Squish your tentacle, reverse, I say! 6 wounds remaining, every wound will matter. So the end of GSC turn 5, they maxed Brood Swarm. They got 3 more points of P2 because they're on this objective, that objective, and that objective. And they didn't get any more points of Ambush or Rod. And Dark Angels get the primary points at the end, so stay tuned for an epic finale. Alright, Dark Angel's final turn. These Terminators are going to try push this way and take that point. They have to do something finally. The Land Raider is just going to stay where he is, and he is just going to shoot everything into that Patriarch and hopefully kill him. It's kind of big. Might reevaluate even more. Final turn, Dark Angels were going in for it. Ezekiel pushed this way. For going the actions, just going to try and smite their charge there, kill them. These Terminators over here are going to hopefully try and shoot that guy and get him off that point, meaning I'll be holding hopefully more points and getting me 12 for primary on an absolute long shot. While the Land Raider takes out the Broodlord. Shoot that Patriarch. And we'll move down to Psychic Phase for the Dark Angels in the final turn. Ezekiel's going to smite into Acolytes.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, we get the super! Ezekiel doesn't actually get +1 cast for his smites. So apologies if we missed that at any points, but he's coming in just with D3 into that. For 3 mortals. Now he's going to chuck out a Mind Worm into them. He gets +1 to this. He fails it, but he'll CP that. Last CP, maybe. I will. Yes, we go. He gets on 11. He gets +1 to that. Mind Worm went off. It's a mortal and also fight last. So 1's left, and I have a bolt pistol. Left. If I kill him, it's huge for everything. Shooting phase, we have these Terminators. No, we're not going to do them. Start with Ezekiel. He hits on a 2, but they're not touching -1. So it's still hanging on a 2. Why? Okay, CP. It's 4 to wound. Yes, it's a wound. 5 up. Come on.
Alive.
He's dead. So that guy is wiped out by Ezekiel. He powered up. He did 3 in smites, 1 in Mind Worm, and 1 in a pistol. Gnarly. Going into the Land Raider is going to do everything into this guy. We'll start with the Hurricane Bolters. Into the Boot Lord, hitting on 3s. 4, T5. Give me 5s. That's a few. 4 ups. He takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Twin Assault Cannons on 4s. Hitting on 4s. -1. Strength 6, T5, 3s to wound. Heavy weapons as well, so if I get him, it's 2 points. I get him! You have a CP?
CP.
I still get him. And the Patriarch Fools. That's worth 3 points of grind and 2 more points Codex Warfare. And now we're going to go with these Terminators. Assault Cannon is just going to fire down into that guy. That's all that matters. Hitting on 4s. Strength 6, T4, 3s. 2. Takes, you're fine. That is the end of the game. I have nothing else to declare. Dark Angels managed to hold this side down, but they never really threatened the Genestealer quarter. So we'll total up the points, my friend. Good game. And at the end of the game, after totaling up all the scores, we've checked it out, and the Dark Angels, they got 20 for their primary, so a poor primary showing, but they managed to get 35 for their secondary, so 10 off a perfect score for secondary. Meaning they got a very respectable 55, and they have quite a bit at the end. The Terminators are alive, Ezekiel's lingering, they managed to secure this, killing the Patriarch. But the Genestealers, with this big blob and a couple characters, they got less for their secondary, got 27 for secondary, but they managed to get 37 for their primary, giving them a score of 64. So 64 for the GSC to 55 for the Dark Angels. So it was by 9 points and a couple key moments, the GSC are the winners. Post-game show, what went well? Both sides, I would say for the Dark Angels, what went well was the Terminator blob surviving, doing really good, and the Land Raider was pretty good with the shots, and I think I scored good on my secondaries for grind, and for Codex Warfare I got 12 and 15 respectively. And then what would you say about the GSC went well? What do you think you did good?
The GSC, they just managed to hold down this side of the board really effectively and keep you pinned back in your half.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then being able to do that while take this far back of objective off you on at least 2 occasions, I think won me the game on the primary. But
yeah,
really
the
close,
Broodlord
really
powering
close
up,
game.
the Patriarch powering up and killing them. Me failing this charge was pretty big. Because I got in there. Shock Tactics could have got some more points. MVP for the Dark Angels. I'd probably give it to Ezekiel, just by staying alive all game and powering up at the end. But it's closely followed by the Land Raider of the Terminators. MVP for the GSC. The Patriarch is coming in hot. I mean, I would agree. Or the 20-man blob, but both were amazing.
GSC playing the primary game.
Yeah, exactly. And then, even better if, I would say, just definitely improving on my primary, and for you, probably improving on your secondaries a little bit, and maybe ambush.
Yeah, getting rid of ambush, taking something else.
Very nice.
Maybe psychic interrogation.
Lovely. Awesome. Well, 2 top of the meta armies clashing together, and it was pretty epic. It came down to the wire. It was a very, very close game. And thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.